If you grew up in a household where comments were constantly made about food that you were eating, are you really going to eat all that? Didn't you just eat something? Are you still really hungry? As an adult, it will be especially challenging to eat around other people. This is because growing up, you were under constant surveillance and scrutiny. You weren't able to just eat or make food. And that constant scrutiny, that constant surveillance disconnects you from your body over time. You feel fear around eating generally, and especially eating around not only the parents that were saying this, but also other people. Sometimes that fear leads to you not eating as much as you normally would. Sometimes it leads to the opposite happening, eating more. Generally, when you're in that state, it's really difficult to connect to what do I actually want? Am I hungry? Am I full? And then usually what happens is we're finally alone and we eat in ways that don't also feel good. If this is you, first, I want you to know that you are certainly not alone. Two, that it's absolutely possible to change. It does require some conscious, intentional effort because these things generally tend to follow us into adulthood because your parents' voice becomes your voice. If they are surveilling you, constantly making comments about what you're eating, or there's no freedom at all, you will then feel that way most of the time. And sometimes this shows up even when you are alone. The process of changing this, of no longer having this voice of surveillance that disconnects you from your body, like I said, is totally possible. What it requires is that one, we identify the voice. Two, we get a sense of where it comes from, how it impacts you. Then we start to challenge the voice little by little and substitute it with a different voice, one that may already exist or may not. Sounds really simple on paper, but it actually is quite challenging and can take some time because while the voice likely is hurting you, it also is very familiar, something that maybe has felt like it's kept you safe. So in summary, it is possible to change this voice that feels like it's been around for a really long time. You also have to make lots of space for all the grief that will come up around not having caregivers or parents that allowed you to eat with freedom and joy.